Hi guys, welcome back to my Bruce Lee collection part 2. Just before we start, in the first video I said that Bruce Lee would have been 80 this year. Actually, he would have been 81. His birthday was on the 27th of November 1940. So yeah, just a little note there. Just had to check that on Google. Anyway, just want to show you my VHS editions, and I've got a couple of DVDs as well. These are documentaries, and this one here is kind of like a film, which again, it's one of these ones where they've sort of found snippets of Bruce Lee footage and kind of incorporated into another film. But it's actually quite unusual. I found this one a few years ago, many years ago now, and as you can see, it says, "We positively guarantee the real Bruce Lee, an early Bruce Lee film found in Chinese archives." Technically, it's not really. It's one of these ones where they've like I say, inserted footage from the the first 4 films I think that he did. But yeah, I'll just zoom in. As I say, it's not really a proper Bruce Lee film, but it's just something I just thought I'd just show you in the collection anyway. So I mean, you know, VHS now, most people probably got rid of them, but I keep these just for kind of sentimental reasons, and because I've just, you know, I've always been a fan of Bruce Lee, and I'll still have a couple of VCRs which I can plug in and view these films. I haven't done for years, but again, there's just the one there, and again you can see there it says 15. Actually on the front it says 18, so this is kind of a bootleg, I think, but I bought it in a shop many years ago. That one. And then this one is again one of the documentaries that came out, and it features his son Brandon Lee again, who tragically died on the set of The Crow, which again I've got that film, a couple of editions, which I'll probably maybe do a video on that just to show you my editions of those. But he only, bless him, did 2 or 3 films himself before tragically you know, dying in that film. Just ironic, wasn't it, that both father and son died in tragic circumstances. Obviously with Bruce Lee, sort of his death was sort of shrouded in mystery, although they think it was to do with the way that he was training so sort of intensely that you know, he just pushed his body too far. But I don't know whether there'll ever be a sort of conclusion to that as to what actually happened. But again, this is, I mean, a documentary. I'm sure it's probably been ported over to other Blu-rays now. I'll just zoom in and you can just see all the extra bits and pieces in there. But yeah, I haven't watched these for years, but I just wanted to show them to you. There's that one. Now this this is a documentary which was done in the 60s, I believe, which I don't ever think has been ported over to DVD or Blu-ray. And if I just zoom in there, it says Bruce Lee's most in-depth interview. That's it, in 71. And this is an amazing documentary because Bruce Lee talks about his philosophy on life, and you know, all about the struggle to get films made, and it's just a fantastic documentary. It may well be on YouTube, I don't know, but I've kept this because, you know, when I watched it, it's only about 30 minutes long, I think, but yeah, really informative documentary. Really enjoyed this. So, and obviously now, I mean, I don't suppose you can get hold of these things maybe on eBay, but yeah, but there's that. there's this documentary, Martial Arts Master. Now I'm pretty sure that this has been ported over to DVD. It's possibly on some one of the editions that I've got. I think it might be in that DVD set that I showed in part 1. But again, just tells you about the documentary there. And again, I mean, all old VHS. You know, you just got the cassette there. So yeah. And again, another one of his of the many documentaries that Bruce Lee that have been done on Bruce Lee. And again, this was probably came out when that rare footage had just been discovered. And there's some, yeah, Bruce Lee training and teaching. I mean, again, all of this I think is all on DVD and Blu-ray now. I've just kept these, as I say, for sentimental reasons, because I just, you know, I've always been a fan of this guy. I thought he's an absolute legend. This is what I think I picked this up in the Poundland, actually, from a few years back. Again, they claim it's the best Bruce Lee documentary ever. Well, yeah, it was good, informative. I mean, to be honest, most of them are pretty good. But again, you can see, you know, a lot of the stars and that's Danny Santo, I think. I think all these guys are interviewed in the documentary. I haven't watched it for a while, but yeah, backyard training. You know, again, just the same artwork on the inside. And again, this was another one I think I picked up in Poundland, which is actually I think it's made by a Chinese company. Might even be Golden Harvest. Let's just have a look, see who it was. No, Media Asia. Again, this was just like Bruce Lee's early life portrayed. I know we got Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which was I think it was a Universal release with I forget the guy's name, the actor who played him, but again, that was kind of loosely based on Bruce Lee's life. But yeah, it was entertaining. I don't actually have that in physical form, but I think it's probably available. Well, I'm sure it is available on streaming sites. But no, this was quite entertaining. I'll say it's a 2-disc version. Special features. I don't know whether I've actually watched the special features on this one, but and again, it's just sort of advertising the DVD versions of the first 4 films. Alright, there was another one called Game of Death 2, which, sorry about the glare, again was one of these sort of films where they kind of cut footage of Bruce Lee in various other films and put it into a made up version, sort of, and they called it Game of Death 2. You know, it was okay, but it's, again, you know, not really Bruce Lee, to be honest. So yeah, they're my editions of the Bruce Lee films that I have. And one last thing, which I didn't even remember I'd got this, was I do actually have a Jackie Chan film. I don't have any of his films on Blu-ray or DVD at the moment. After seeing Jimmy Boy's movies, and big shout out to him, thanks ever so much for giving me a shout out on your channel. Here we have Armour of God, and again, Jimmy Boy's been showing some amazing editions of Jackie Chan's. There's a whole range of his films coming out on Blu-ray that, you know, really nice editions. So go check his channel out. You know, and yeah. So there's this one, which is the Armour of God, which again was like one of Jackie Chan's sort of most sort of in the early days. This was thought of as a really classic film that he did. I mean, he did many films, and I just enjoyed this one. Again, I've not seen this one for years, but again, I'll just zoom in on the back there so you can have a read. I probably need to pick this up on Blu-ray at some point. Again, you just got that bit there, which is, you know, the VHS as it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know whether these VHS will still work, but I'm sure they will do. Obviously, the picture quality won't be like anything like even DVD quality, you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd share these with you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hope everyone's okay out there, and take care. Thanks for